I started going to AEW in May of 2020. I did one show in May, like one show in August, and then in October I came, and that's when they started booking me constantly every week after October. And so from October to when we went back on the road in July of 2021, I watched so many guys come in on Dark and get signed backstage. They just got signed, either offered like tier 0 deals, which they don't get the all elite graphic, but they still got signed, or they got fully signed on T. And I'm talking about so many people. And I just felt like I was getting passed up, and I felt like my talent wasn't getting the recognition I felt like it deserved. And I was racking my brain on like what I needed to do. And the closer we got to going back on the road, the more I thought, oh my God, they're not going to do it. They're not going to sign me, right? I remember going to the Young Bucks office and just asking Nick, like, hey man, I don't know how to talk to Tony, and I don't want to be rude and interrupt him. But like we got 2 months left here in Jacksonville, and I'm worried I am not gonna continue with you guys. What do I need to do? And I remember he immediately was like, you know what? I'll go talk to Tony right now. And they went and talked to Tony. And unfortunately, the word was like, just keep doing what you're doing. But that's not what you want to hear when you're in the middle of the grind. You want to, if you tell me, hey, to get better, I'll figure out a way to get better. Give me some type of direction, and I'll work my butt off to go that way. And I just felt like everything I was doing was working with the audience, but I felt like it wasn't getting the recognition it deserved backstage, at least by the upper brass. And so to finally hear Sammy's music play after that Miro match, it's like I had 40 something matches and I couldn't even get on television for a dark match. Like I never even wrestled, like I never got squashed on TV. It was always on AEW Dark. So to finally be like, oh, you're going to wrestle Miro for a contract. I was like, well, I was just so focused on that. I didn't even think about them actually signing me. And then when Sammy's music hit, I just knew. I knew what was happening. I didn't have to see him and Tony walk out.
Oh, that's great.
There's no amount of words that can properly convey the overwhelming sense of emotion that came over me in that moment. It's like riding a million roller coasters, hitting the lottery 1,000 times. It's like you can't fully. I just remember breaking down when I got backstage. I just remember falling to my knees and like a bunch of the roster coming around and hugging me because I just felt like I had worked so incredibly hard to make that happen and sacrifice money. And I quit my real job because they told me to stop going to AEW. So it was like such a make or break thing. And I felt like it was the final stamp, the final real proof, the validation I needed to say, hey, this was all worth it. Hey, this was everything you've done paid off. And it was the stamp to say, hey, you've made it. And to get that, even though I'm not with AEW anymore, it's like no one will ever be able to take that from me. And because that moment resonates with so many people around the world, all it really does is push me to get back to that spot to make sure I can create more moments just like that.